First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
It's Friday. Welcome into Fox 10 Midday. Thanks for spending your day with us today. I'm Ashley Mitchell.
And I'm meteorologist Hannah Fink.
And I really feel like this week flew by, and I'm okay with it because the weekend should be beautiful. So let's bring it on.
I'm so excited that I'm not going to be talking about a cold weather advisory and extreme cold warning,
Yes.
wind chills in the single digits anymore. That looks to be out of our future.
I'm excited for you.
I'm very excited for that because I get to tell you it's going to be nice outside and you should be going outside, especially right now. Downtown Mobile on our Navigator Credit Union camera, 64 degrees right now, and there's a slight breeze, so a beautiful day overall, feeling like spring right now. Plenty of sunshine as well, no clouds in the sky. Temperatures across the area, though, we have 60 degrees right now in Mobile, 62 in Pensacola, 55 in Brewton, 54 in Monroeville, 58 in Chatham, 58 degrees in Lucedale, 59 in Destin, and 55 degrees over in Fairhope. And our temperatures over the next 10 hours, they're actually going to continue to go up. We're actually going to make it to about 70 degrees this afternoon. Some of us in the upper 60s, but we're basically going to be teeter-tottering around 70 degrees throughout the day today. So 68 degrees by 1, 70 by 3 p.m., 67 degrees by 5 p.m., 60 degrees by 7 into the upper 50s into the overnight hours. So great weather for any evening plans you may have, even if you're heading out to those parades. So afternoon forecast, mostly sunny, mild as well, 63 degrees by 2 and 4 o'clock. A nice northerly wind around 10 miles per hour, giving us a nice breeze. Even though it's a little warm out there, it's going to be nice and you might as well just enjoy it as well. Dew points, though, they have gone up a little bit compared to the last couple of days, but they're still in that dry category, so we're not adding on any humidity to our day. So a nice, cool, crisp day with that wind. And our wind gusts right now, definitely stronger near the coastline, but 25 mile per hour wind gusts in Pensacola, 17 in Mobile, 20 in Grove Hill, 10 in Brewton, 17 mile per hour wind gusts in Crestview, and 20 in Grove Hill. So not really altering our feels like temperature all that much because our dew points have gone up a little bit. So a little bit more moisture in the air compared to what it was yesterday. Feels like temperature was about altered 5 to 10 degrees yesterday. Today, not seeing much of a difference. If anything, it'll be no more than a 5-degree adjustment. So a great day to head outside. Wind gusts are going to continue to be about 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout the afternoon into the early evening hours, and we start to calm down around 7 o'clock out there. So beautiful day overall, especially if you're heading to the parade. Here is your evening forecast. The Order of Incas will be at Route A at 6:30 p.m. Mostly clear and pleasant day, or if anything, evening, 60 degrees. Then at 6:45, Apollo's Mystic Ladies Parade over in Daphne, a crisp and nice feel with temperatures near 58 degrees. And your weekend forecast, we do have a small cold front moving through. It's very weak, so if anything, it's just altering our temperatures a little bit. We're not seeing any rain with it, so we are going to be in the cool and comfortable side with mostly sunny skies. Our morning lows will be a little bit on the lower end, between the mid 30s and lower 40s, but overall a great weekend ahead, so definitely recommend going outdoors. I'll have more on your overall forecast in just a bit.
Hannah, thank you. Nearly 6 days after Nancy Guthrie disappeared, there are still no suspects, no persons of interest, and no signs of the 84-year-old. It all comes as her son makes yet another plea for her safe return. Fox News multimedia reporter Kaylee Schuyler has more now from Tucson, Arizona.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you.
Nancy Guthrie's family releasing a second video begging for their mother to be returned. It was posted at the same time the FBI says a 5 p.m. deadline was listed on a ransom note. Her son Cameron telling possible captors they want to talk.
We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
The FBI confirmed there were 2 deadlines in the ransom note that came with specific demands if not met. The second deadline was set for this coming Monday. The FBI says the note does not provide a way to communicate with whoever sent it, but it does reference the location of Nancy's Apple Watch as well as a damaged light.
An abduction, especially something like this, of this nature, it doesn't typically go unplanned. I would be of the opinion that the person that committed this crime knew the family and did some type of preliminary surveillance on the home.
On Thursday, investigators spent more time going door to door in Nancy's daughter Annie's neighborhood. They have sent emails to Nancy's neighbors asking for door cam footage and say they believe she's still alive.
Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there, and we just want her home and find a way to get to the bottom of all of this.
The FBI has brought in a critical response group from Quantico to process social media evidence and digital footprint. In Tucson, Arizona, Kaylee Schuyler, Fox News.
Locally now, today marks 1 week a mother and her 2 children went missing from their Theodore home. Right now, investigators doing all they can to help find this family. Fox 10 News on the scene as the Sheriff's Office Flotilla Dive Unit and other investigators searched a retention pond yesterday, located behind the Dawes Creek neighborhood, which is a little over a mile away from where Aurelia, Niurka, and Anthony Chalk were last seen. Crews also using a dewatering pump to move water from one pond to another, even bringing in a boat. Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch says searching this area is part of their efforts, but nothing specific led them to this pond. Meanwhile, Tim White, a former FBI agent with nearly 30 years of experience, says these cases are difficult.
It's probably the most emotionally draining and difficult cases to work. In any of those cases, I would say the public is a lot of time very instrumental in solving those cases.
Billboards and a Facebook page were also created to bring awareness to the case. And if you're watching this and you have any information, please call the Mobile County Sheriff's Office immediately. In the meantime, Daphne police officially opened their doors to a state-of-the-art Justice Center. Several local government officials were on hand for the ribbon-cutting ceremony yesterday. The new Justice Center is the culmination of a year-long project designed to transform how the police department serves the community. The new facility brings together patrol operations, an advanced forensics lab, and a wellness center, all created under one roof. Daphne leadership says the $6 million investment will allow officers to work more efficiently while maintaining their physical and mental health. They believe this modernized facility will not only strengthen today's police force, but shape the department's future for decades to come. And the Alabama Public Service Commission has approved plans for 2 large solar farms in North Baldwin County. The project in Stockton will span 4,500 acres with 2,000 acres dedicated to solar panels. It will power a Meta AI data center currently being built in Montgomery. And the company says it will generate 260 megawatts and bring 300 construction jobs to this county. But some residents are raising concerns about the project, including its environmental impact on wetlands in the area. This is a story we are digging into, and we have a lot more details on the residents' concerns and what the county has to say about it. For complete details on this developing story, head on over to our website. That's fox10tv.com.
Well, if you are about to head out and about any time for any traffic, if you are concerned about that, looking good. Our map is green right now, but let's take a zoomed in look in certain locations. This is in downtown Mobile as well as West Mobile. There are a few areas of some medium traffic, especially as we're in the lunchtime hours, but nothing to be concerned with there. Nothing to be concerned with on the Bayway or the Causeway either. And then moving into Baldwin County, looking good there. We are seeing some yellow there in Daphne, which is to be expected. That's just some medium traffic there. Pretty typical for this time of day. Green across Baldwin County. And then moving into Pensacola, same thing. There's some medium traffic we're seeing in the area of Pensacola. Overall, we're seeing green and a little bit of yellow throughout the afternoon here, but make sure if you're getting on the roadways to pack your patience and be ready for any unexpected delays and be safe out there.
Thank you, Hannah. President Trump unveiling Trump RX, the healthcare initiative he says will offer Americans prescription drugs at discount prices. The announcement comes as people are grappling with an affordability crisis that's made accessible healthcare a distant dream for some. Fox News correspondent Jared Halpern has more from the White House.
This is a very big deal. People are going to save a lot of money and be healthy.
President Trump took his latest step to make America healthy again, while also addressing the growing affordability crisis. On Thursday night, the president joined Dr. Mehmet Oz to unveil Trump RX, a website for Americans to buy low-cost prescription drugs. You won't be able to buy medications directly from the site. Instead, it redirects users to direct-to-consumer websites, promising big discounts on everything from weight loss drugs to fertility treatments.
This policy, which is a key pillar of the great health care plan is going to bring copays plummeting down.
Officials say those discounts are the result of President Trump's negotiations with drug makers, claiming 16 out of the 17 largest pharmaceutical companies have already signed on to the plan, which also calls for drugs to be sold in the U.S. at the same prices they are sold overseas.
He had negotiated ways of causing discomfort for the pharmaceutical industry if they didn't want to cooperate.
But Democrats call it a political move designed to pivot the GOP toward affordability ahead of the midterm elections and argue it will not help families afford health care at a time when prices are soaring across the board.
No matter how much you and this administration start talking about how wonderful this economy is, they're not seeing it. It is a problem.
That website is now up and running. You can find it at trumprx.gov. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Also today, Oman mediates indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran over Tehran's nuclear program. Iran's foreign minister and the U.S. delegation arriving for the talks today in the Oman's capital. The talks focusing on the Islamic Republic's nuclear program and the lifting of sanctions. It's an effort to de-escalate tensions between the nations after the U.S. attacked Iranian nuclear sites and Tehran launched a bloody crackdown on nationwide protests. Meanwhile, dozens of people are dead this morning after a suicide bombing at a Shiite mosque in Pakistan's capital. The massive blast at the sprawling mosque on the outskirts of Islamabad happened during this morning's prayers, killing at least 30 people. Over 150 others also injured. Police said the attacker was stopped at the gate of the mosque before detonating the bomb. No one has immediately claimed responsibility for the explosion, though. Pakistani President Asif Ali Zardari and the Prime Minister have condemned this attack. A key participant in the deadly 2012 terrorist attack at a U.S. compound in Benghazi is in U.S. custody. Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro held a news conference this morning announcing the arrest of Zubair al-Bakush, accused of being one of the leaders of the attack 14 years ago that killed 4 Americans.
If you kill an American citizen in an act of terrorism, we will hunt you down. We will bring you to justice, and you will face justice here in America, not in another court and not in any other proceeding around the world.
Again, 4 Americans died in that 2012 Benghazi attack, including U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith with the State Department, and 2 CIA contractors, Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods. It's 11:12 now. Thanks for spending time with us on your Friday. Still to come, is artificial intelligence coming for your job or giving you new coworkers? Well, it depends on who you ask. We have the details after the break, but first, Hannah, a stunning weekend here for us on the Gulf Coast.
It truly is, and we're seeing those temperatures now. 60 degrees at Mobile Regional Airport and then 62 degrees over at Pensacola. A little bit of a breeze out there as well to add on to the nice feel you'll have. Definitely recommend getting out and about during your lunch break today, and temperatures like this will continue into the weekend and into next week. So warm weather is finally here and looks here to stay. We'll have another look at your forecast coming up after these messages.
Welcome back. President Trump maintains the U.S. economy is doing great, but there are some signs that trouble could be ahead. Key job indicators show an increasingly shaky labor market, and some experts believe AI could be driving the concern. Here's Fox's Caroline Shively with this story in Washington.
A jumpy stock market opened Friday with questions on artificial intelligence and how it could change product demand.
AI is an exciting and new technology. And there's a great amount of learning to do here.
AI concerns also hitting the labor market. Federal data released Thursday shows job openings dropped in December to the lowest level since 2020. Many companies are still figuring out how to integrate AI into their companies. Industry leaders in the White House have different views.
Will it eliminate jobs? Yes. Will it change jobs? Yes. Will it add some jobs? Probably. It is what it is.
It'll be the greatest jobs producer. It'll be the greatest military producer. It'll be the greatest medical producer.
Another indicator released Thursday, 231,000 more Americans filed for unemployment last week than the week before. That's still within the historically low range of the last few years, and possibly due in part to the winter storm leaving some temporarily unemployed. Another potential factor, the Trump tariffs.
Manufacturers shed workers in each of the 8 months after President Trump unveiled his tariffs.
The University of Michigan released its preliminary consumer sentiment index Friday morning, showing a slight increase from January to February, but still well below this time last year. Some Republicans are now asking why sentiment isn't more positive.
Consumer confidence is not really rebounding the way that the economy seems to be.
The next data to watch is the employment report out Wednesday, releasing 5 days late thanks to the 3-day government shutdown. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Taking a live look outside at downtown Mobile on our All-In Credit Union camera. A beautiful, stunning day. We finally have those warmer temperatures in store for us with those blue skies as well. And that continues into our weather headlines as well, into the long-term forecast. So a warm and sunny afternoon today. A cool and comfortable weekend. We do have a front moving through, but it's not going to bring us any rain chances, and we'll adjust our morning temperatures, but overall a nice weekend. Then a warming trend will take place next week. So let's look at our current conditions right now. 60 degrees at Mobile Regional, 64 degrees in downtown Mobile, 55 degrees in Fairhope, 58 degrees in Evergreen, and 62 degrees in Pensacola. We're going to continue to go up in our temperatures. Forecast highs today. A lot of us will be near 70 degrees or at 70 degrees. 70 for a high in Mobile, 67 in Pensacola, 69 in Atmore, 68 in Evergreen, 69 in Grove Hill, 71 in Chatham, and 72 degrees over in Lucedale. So definitely recommend going out and about for your afternoon, especially if you have a lunch break. Maybe go sit outside, go on a nice walk. It's going to be great out there. 68 degrees by 1 o'clock, 70 degrees by 3 p.m. and no clouds inside. We do have a high pressure system over us right now. And because we have that high pressure system over us at this current moment, and then a low pressure system, when like a high pressure system and a low pressure system interact with it, creates this gradient. So we do see those wind speeds increase. So we do have 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts throughout the afternoon into the early evening hours, but it's just going to make it feel like a nice day overall, especially with no humidity. It's going to be 70 degrees with a cooler wind, so it'll be nice out there, especially for your parade forecast for Friday evening. 6:30, the Order of Incas will be out during Route A. Mostly clear and pleasant night with 60 degrees. Then at 6:45, Apollo's Mystic Ladies will be out in Daphne with a crisp and nice feel. Temperatures near 58 degrees. Then for tomorrow morning, we're going to be above freezing. It's still going to be cold out there, but you're not going to need that heat blaring out there for your temperatures, for your house, for these temperatures out there. 42 for a morning low in Mobile, 44 in Pensacola, 42 in Crestview, 39 in Evergreen, 38 for a morning low in Grove Hill, 41 in Leesville, and then 45 degrees in Destin. Then for your weekend forecast, I did mention how we did have that cold front moving through. It's going to be a nice day with lots of sunshine on Saturday, which is perfect for the boom boom. But that front moving through will give us some chillier temperatures, especially 36 degrees for your Sunday morning. So a chilly morning, but a mild and sunny afternoon for your Sunday. Definitely recommend outdoor activities. Your parade forecast for Saturday looking great. Will be in the lower 60s till about 3 p.m., then into the upper 50s by 5 p.m., getting to about 40 degrees during the 9 o'clock hour for your Saturday. So definitely great Mardi Gras weather out there. Continuing into your evening on Saturday as well, 53 degrees at 6:30 p.m. Clear skies out there, not much of a breeze. And then moving into Sunday evening, 6:30 p.m. parade for Neptune's Daughter at Route A, 56 degrees, a mainly clear night with nice conditions there. And then into the long-term forecast, February 12th through February 16th, a warmer than average Climate Prediction Center outlook for us. So that is good news. You can see what we're seeing for our forecast lows and departure from normal. Going to be a little cold for our morning temperatures during the weekend, but as you can see next week on Monday, we start to get above average with a mild feel. But the main thing will be our afternoons. Take a look at this. 70 degrees for our Friday, but because of that front moving through, we're going to have a cooler and comfortable feel for the weekend, then getting back into the lower to mid 70s by next week. Yes, I said that. 70 degrees, which is great. So for our 7-day forecast, we're going to continue to see that sunshine. No rain in the forecast. Maybe on Wednesday we'll see another system move through, but it won't be terrible out there. Overall, a beautiful sunny 7-day forecast.
Great news there, Hannah. Thanks for that update this morning. In the meantime, a new study is out on sleep, and health experts are warning a common practice may actually be hurting your sleep. Sarah Wall is taking a look at this study, what experts are warning against, and what the experts are saying we should be doing to catch our Z's. You can find In Depth with Sarah Wall sleep practices on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app, or join the conversation with Sarah live weekdays at 9 a.m. on our Fox 10 Facebook page. 11:22 on your Fridays. Straight ahead, St. Elmo Feed and Seed holding their annual Breakfast with the Babies event this morning. Our Stephen Moody was there, and the baby chicks were given a new home. This sweet story in just a minute. Welcome back in. It's a big day for the St. Elmo community. A local business is hosting its annual Breakfast with the Babies as they celebrate the first batch of chicks for the season. Our Stephen Moody has this story.
It was the perfect way to start this weekend here at St. Elmo Feed and Seed as they carried on with their local tradition, the first day where chicks are available. It's so popular, people line up early to make sure that they're able to get what they need.
The day that the chicks come, we consider that spring has started, and that is our busiest season of the year. So the chicks bring in the spring, and we sell hundreds of chicks every Friday. We will sell thousands by the time our season ends. Easter eggers, I've got
They have a number of different chick breeds available, like Easter eggers, Rhode Island Reds, and Gold Stars. But that's not all. They'll have different breeds throughout the season, and the customers are always excited.
The first customers are, oh, they're so cute. And we get that every year, especially when they see the number of chicks in here and they see the little fluffy chicks. We get such a great response, and it's so nice to see first-timers and, of course, children. We'll have a lot of children that come in, and it's so fun to see their reaction to the baby chicks.
That includes the very excited reaction of this family.
Well, she is overly excited, obviously. She is the chicken queen at the house. She's always a big help, and we wanted to get a little bit more of a variety. Nice to have such a big feed store so close.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Oh, what a sweet story there. It's 11:26 now. Coming up, why the measles could become a problem for the World Cup. We'll break it down. Plus, Stellantis announcing a multi-billion-dollar hit due to electric vehicles. That story and more is coming up in your business headlines. But first, Hannah, let's check on the weather.
Well, it's a beautiful day for your Friday. Temperatures will get into the upper 60s by this afternoon with a high of about 70 degrees. Plenty of sunshine out there, and then into the overnight hours, mild conditions as well into the 50s. Same thing over in Pensacola. Beautiful sunny day there with temperatures getting into the mid-60s closer to the coastline. Definitely recommend getting outdoors, and this weather continues into your weekend. We'll have a look at that coming up after this.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Turning now to your half-hour headlines on this Friday. First today, a Mexican state set to be a key host for the 2026 FIFA World Cup issues a health alert following a measles outbreak. The Mexican state of Jalisco issued a health alert yesterday, mandating the use of face masks in schools as the measles outbreak hits the state's capital. Now, the alert follows an epidemiological alert issued on Wednesday by the Pan American Health Organization. Jalisco, a key host location for the World Cup set to start in June, is the epicenter of the outbreak with over 1,000 cases confirmed just this year. We'll bring you updates on this as we get them. And then the rice delphacid, a plant-hopping bug that first wreaked havoc on fields in the 1950s before disappearing, has mysteriously returned and is causing trouble once again. The invasive species has damaged some rice fields in Texas, where an infestation surged last year, dropping yields by 50%. Right now, farmers and researchers in nearby Louisiana are hoping to avoid the same devastation. Scientists also working to find ways to eradicate the bug once again, while also learning how the bug, which is native to Central America, returned to the U.S. Louisiana is the 4th of 6 rice-producing states to be hit by the invasive bug. Interesting. Finally, the Pro Football Hall of Fame announced its 2026 inductees yesterday. The class includes New Orleans Saints legend Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, and Roger Craig. Brees is second only to Tom Brady in all-time passing yards. Fitzgerald is second to Jerry Rice in all-time receiving yards. And Vinatieri is the NFL's all-time scoring leader. This marks the first time since 2005 where each inductee is in their first or second year of eligibility. In your business news now, the maker of Jeep takes a hit. People are buying fewer Sharpies, and wings are king ahead of the big game. Fox's CJ Papa has those stories and more in today's Fox Business Briefs.
Jeep maker Stellantis announcing a $26 billion hit after a slower take-up of electric vehicles than it expected. Around 2/3 of the costs are for canceled vehicle platforms and products. The charges are the largest yet reported by automakers, including Ford and GM, related to bad EV bets. Looks like price hikes have not been as colorful for the maker of Sharpie, Newell Brands. The company reporting lower fourth quarter sales. Newell said last October it implemented price increases to offset tariffs, but that competitors had not followed suit, leading to lower sales.
Let's see what we got here so far. I want to make sure everything okay.
And Americans are working up an appetite for wings ahead of Super Bowl Sunday. The National Chicken Council projecting roughly 1.4 billion chicken wings consumed during the big game, an increase of 10 million drums and flats from last year. That's enough wings to circle the planet 3 times. And it's a big enough supply to stretch 27 times from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to Lumen Field in Seattle, needing 3,400 semi-trucks to load. And don't forget the blue cheese. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Blue cheese. Taking a live look outside using our Admiral camera, looking absolutely beautiful out there. And then what we're seeing for our almanac is going to be a beautiful day overall and a warm, sunny day as well. Usually we're saying our forecast highs today are below normal. Well, we're usually about forecasting 64 degrees this time of year. Well, we're actually going to get into the 70s, some of us into the upper 60s, especially if you're closer to that coastline. And then our morning low this morning, it was below average, but not terribly far off. 43 degrees is usually what we see for morning lows this time of year. Luckily, the warm weather is here to stay. So as you make your way out the door over the next few hours, temperatures are going to continue to climb into the 70-degree range. 65 degrees by noon, 68 degrees by 1 p.m., 70 degrees by 2 p.m., then around 5 o'clock, that's when we get back into the upper 60s. And we do have a slight breeze out of the west around 10 miles per hour today. Some gusty winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour. So forecast today in our Mississippi counties, 66 degrees in Pascagoula, 72 degrees in Hurley, 73 degrees in Leesville with plenty of sunshine. Then moving into our more inland areas, we're going to have a high of 70 in Jackson, 71 in Coffeyville, 71 in Fruitdale, 69 in Thomasville, 68 in Beatrice, 68 in Evergreen, 69 in Atmore, and 67 for a high over in Bradley. Moving into Mobile in Baldwin County, we'll have a high of 70 in Mobile, 69 in Grand Bay, 71 in Mount Vernon, 70 in Bay Minette, 63 in Foley, 63 in Gulf Shores, and 67 degrees over in Seminole. Moving into Northwest Florida, we'll have a high of 66 in Pensacola, 69 in Milton, 67 in Crestview, 63 in Destin, 64 in Perdido Key, and 69 degrees in Walnut Hill. Definitely recommend going to the parades this evening at 6:30. We have the Order of Incas located at Route A. A mostly clear and pleasant night with temperatures near 60 degrees. Then at 6:45, we have Apollo's Mystic Ladies Parade in Daphne. Overall, a nice night with temperatures near 58 degrees then. For tomorrow morning, it's still going to be on the colder side for our temperatures, but it will be above freezing, so you could probably turn down that heat a little bit from whatever you had it at last night. We'll have a low of 42 in Mobile, 44 in Pensacola, 39 in Atmore, 38 in Grove Hill, 41 in Lucedale, 41 in Fairhope, then 45 for a low over in Destin. And for your weekend forecast, we do have a weak cold front moving through. Now, it's not going to bring us any rain chances. We have a 0% chance for rain on both Saturday and Sunday. Mostly sunny skies. temperatures quite comfortable overall. 63 for a high on Saturday, then 65 on Sunday. So your parade forecast looking great for your Saturday. All day long, temperatures will be about in the lower 60s, so about 3 o'clock, back into the 50-degree range by 5 p.m., then 47 degrees by 9 p.m. So perfect weather for your 1 p.m. parade for the Mobile Mystics. 6:30 p.m. we have the Maid of Mirth in Mobile at Route G, and then 6:30 p.m. Order of Butterfly Maidens as well. That's in Route A as well. So great parade weather there, especially for your Saturday evening. Over in Fairhope, 6:30 p.m. as well, 53 degrees with a clear night and not much of a breeze out there. Then moving into Sunday evening, 6:30 p.m. the Neptune's Daughters, 56 degrees and a little bit of a wind out there, but mainly clear and a nice night to get out for your Mardi Gras fun. So temperature outlook for the week of February 12th through 16th. As you can see, the Climate Prediction Center has us highlighted in a warmer than average setup, which is great news, especially since we've had cold temperatures for quite some time. So we have a couple mornings where we're going to have those below average, especially with that cold front moving through. That's really going to be the case for this weekend. You can see 36 degrees for a low on Sunday, but then we increase with our temperatures and get a more of a mild feel for our mornings. But the big thing is going to be our afternoons. We can make it into the mid 70s by next week. We have that comfortable feel this weekend, but overall, starting on Monday, we'll be staying in the 70s and then going into the following weekend, still with that cool and comfortable feel into the 60s. So your 7-day forecast is showing plenty of sunshine, great weather to get out for those Mardi Gras parades.
Hannah, thank you. Alabama's first-class pre-K program is ranked #1 in the nation for quality now, and registration is now open for the upcoming school year. Research shows children who attend the program are more likely to read on grade level by 3rd grade. The state is adding 58 new classrooms as well this year, but spots are filling up fast. Educators urging parents to register right away. Local deadlines are approaching as well, and if you miss the cutoff, your child will go on a waiting list. In case you missed it, we had some special visitors here at Fox 10. Journalism students from Lee Peck's class at South Alabama stopped by for a quick tour. The students got to see everything from the studio to the control room and, of course, talked to some of us in the newsroom about day-to-day operations here at Fox 10. Everything from story development, producing, and breaking news.
And what did you think about the tour?
I love the tour. It was great. This is the first time I've been in a newsroom, and it was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. Everyone was so nice, polite, answered all of our questions, but I loved it. It was great.
Any surprises?
The surprise was kind of how everybody had the same answer. They enjoy their job because it's different every day.
Yeah, such a sweet group of students. Hannah and I got to meet them during Fox 10 Live yesterday. The class consists of students who aspire to be future news and sports reporters, meteorologists, and even filmmakers. So glad they got to stop by.
Definitely was great meeting that group of people. They had amazing questions as well. But if you're wondering what traffic's looking like right now, honestly, nothing to be concerned with if you're heading out and about for your lunch break. Zooming into a few locations, yes, we do have some yellow spots. That means there's just some medium traffic, but nothing that's out of the ordinary for a lunch rush out there. Causeway and Bayway looking good. We're seeing green on I-10. Moving into Baldwin County, same setup. We're seeing some areas of medium traffic, especially near Daphne and Fairhope, and then making your way to the beach near the park at Owa. Nothing to be concerned with overall. And then moving into Pensacola, some areas of medium traffic as well, but we're not seeing any slow or stop and go traffic, which is great news. But if you are out and about, make sure you are staying safe, packing your patience, and being ready for any unexpected delays. But right now, you are good to go to hit the roads.
Good news there, Hannah. Thank you. It's 11:41 and still to come on Fox 10 Midday. A Michelangelo painting sells for almost $30 million at auction. We've got the details. Plus, Lindsey Vonn says she's feeling good for the Winter Olympics after a test run. Your Midday Talkers are next. Welcome back. Lindsey Vonn completed a clean downhill training run Friday today without issue at the Tofane Alpine Skiing Center.
This clears another hurdle for Vaughn ahead of Sunday's medal race.
And you might remember the run comes 1 week after she was injured in Switzerland.
She lost control on a jump and had to be airlifted to a hospital.
Vaughn later revealing she completely ruptured her ACL and suffered a deep bone bruise, but she says she's still determined to compete in the Olympics this week.
The 41-year-old has documented her recovery on social media as she continues a comeback after retiring in 2019 and a titanium knee replacement.
Yeah.
You know what, go girl.
Lindsey
I love to
Vonn
see
is
this.
the definition of a beast. She is such a hard worker and does not let anything stop her. I've watched her multiple times in the Olympics in years past, and she just continues to wow the crowds with her work ethic and her talent.
Honestly, exactly. Like, it has been so cool. I've actually been following her social media because I remember when we talked about her injury literally last week and the fact that she's like, yeah, I tore my AC. But I need that medal. I'm going to come back. I'm determined. And she came out of retirement.
Right. It's crazy. I am pulling for her. I'm a little nervous. I can't imagine what that's like to ski in a ruptured ACL. That's wild. But rooting for her, and we'll see how she does in the coming days. This is an interesting story. A tiny drawing by Michelangelo is sold for a whopping $27 million at auction.
Just some pocket change. The 5-inch drawing of a man's right foot sold for almost 20 times the estimated value after 45 minutes of bidding at Christie's New York's yesterday.
Wow, it sold for $27.2 million, setting a new auction record by the Italian Renaissance artist.
The previous record was $24.3 million set in 2022 at Christie's in Paris.
Wow, the bare right foot sketch is believed to depict that of a male model who posed for Michelangelo as he painted figures on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in 16th century Rome.
Christie says the unsuspecting owner had submitted a photograph for an auction estimate only to discover the sketch's true value.
It's beautiful. These paintings amaze me. They're so little, and it's crazy that they're worth this much, obviously because of the person who painted them. So my husband and I traveled to Paris this past November, and something that shocked me was the Mona Lisa, just how tiny it is.
Yeah, that
It's
is one
so
thing
small.
I've noticed on social media, like when you see people standing next to it, I'm like, like in the movies, the shows, they
seems so much
depict it as this
bigger.
big portrait, and then you see it and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So you can only imagine what the big paintings are worth as well. Pretty cool. One of this year's Super Bowl ads turns a wedding into a contact sport.
Here's a sneak peek.
Yeah, Peyton Manning, Post Malone, and Shane Gillis star in Bud Light's 60-second spot called Keg.
The scene opens at a wedding with Manning holding a Bud Light.
Malone asks if there's enough for everyone, then panic sets in as the keg spirals down a steep hill.
Guests sprint, tumble, and somersault after the beer as Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You plays.
That's funny. Flowers fly, suits get wrecked, you know, all the things.
Even the bride and groom join in on the chaos.
Making me laugh. But ultimately, the keg is found and the beer is poured. So much going on in this
I know.
commercial.
Oh, there goes Post
There he
Malone.
goes.
There we go.
Have you listened to his country music?
I have, yes. But I think the one thing I love about the Super Bowl is I feel like the Super Bowl commercials just should have their own award show because they're so creative. They're so out there, especially for like Bud Light. You watch their typical
take
ones.
it to the theaters and let's just mash all of the Super Bowl ads together.
Those
over
are my
the years
favorite
and rank
videos.
them.
Are the compilations of just the commercials from the
so
Super
fun.
Bowl.
They're so fun.
Like,
I can't wait. Maybe we'll have to talk about it.
We might have to, honestly, rating them or something. I don't know, but it is so interesting to see the creativeness, how people go out and about, and they're always mostly comedic too.
It's so good. It's so good. Lots to look forward to this week. Video game news now from Hollywood, including an update to Monopoly Go.
Rick Damagello reports.
Pets are coming to Monopoly Go. The new season of the mobile board game brings all manner of domestic animal friends to its gameplay. Monopoly Go Pets season runs now through March 4th. More mobile game news. Sid Meier's Civilization VII is now available from Apple Arcade. The newest iteration of the popular strategy game is now playable on Mac and iOS devices. If you've ever wanted to convert tires from a solid into a gas at high speed, but from the safety of your couch, JDM Japanese Drift Master is out now for PlayStation 5 after being previously playable on PC. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
All right, you mentioned you play Monopoly Go.
I was on the Monopoly Go kick when it first came out for, I would say, about a year and a half. And then at one point I just had a moment like, what am I doing? It's the same thing.
Takes up a lot of time. It is a fun
It did take up a lot of time, and it was addicting. It's equivalent to Pokemon Go, I feel like. You just get stuck pressing the buttons and throwing things.
Yes. Well, listen, if you need a break from your video games this weekend and you want to get outside, it's the perfect time to do it.
It definitely is. I will be out and about. I'm sure plenty of people will be happy they don't have to be in their houses because we have warm weather on the way, cool and comfortable conditions, especially for your Mardi Gras fun. Please go out and enjoy the parades, especially with these nice conditions we have. I'll have more details on that coming up after this.
An annual competition challenges photographers to travel the globe to reveal worlds hidden within our own, exclusively through the use of micro and macro photography, and the results are simply stunning. Jeremy Roth reveals the cream of the crop in today's Take a Look at This.
Up close and very, very personal. That's the specialty a host of incredible artists use to make up the winner's circle of the 7th annual Close-Up Photographer of the Year competition. The latest edition attracted over 12,000 entries from 63 countries, judged by a jury of photographers, scientists, journalists, and editors across multiple categories, all equally fascinating, fantastical, and sometimes frightening in their depictions of nature's hidden wonders. But in the end, it was this unique inside-out view of a soft coral bloom that took the top prize. The Australian artist said the surreal shot was captured by carefully threading a tiny probe lens up through the coral's branches without disturbing them. It just goes to show that in this highly specialized field, you don't necessarily have to go far, you just have to get very, very close. Speaking of, ooh, so close, take a look at a stuffed animal in China that missed the mark during the production process, but ended up becoming a sensation for its funny, frowny facial flaw. According to the New York Times, the plush horse produced to celebrate the Year of the Fire Horse in the Chinese zodiac was supposed to have a smile, but an error in production sent it out with a frown instead. However, the company decided not to turn that frown upside down, instead leaning into the goof after the botched product, known now as the crying horse, gained viral popularity for what some say perfectly embodies what has been a rough year for the Chinese economy. The lesson here, kids, it's only a mistake if it doesn't sell. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
That's funny. That's turning lemons into lemonade.
They really are. And they're cute either way. But
I
I definitely see how they were upside down because you see like the little blush marks on them.
That's so great that they're still selling them.
Yes,
not to waste
of course. And honestly, no frowny phases for this weekend. It's actually going to be great weather out there over the next 12 hours. We could make it to about 70 degrees today. Plenty of sunshine, a nice breeze out there as well. So might as well get out about, especially for the parades we have this evening as well as throughout the weekend. Mild conditions overnight tonight as well into the 40s, not below freezing like what we had last night. Then for your weekend forecast, we do have a weak cold front moving through. It's not going to bring us any rain chances, and it will adjust our temperatures just a little bit, especially our morning lows. Those look to be a little bit more fine-tuned than our actual high temperatures, but it'll be a cool and comfortable weekend overall, so definitely recommend getting outdoors, especially with all the parades we have. A lot of people have plans for Sunday for the big game as well, but no rain to ruin your weekend fun. And that stays pretty consistent into the 7-day forecast. If anything, we actually have warmer temperatures starting on Monday, where we'll be in the lower to mid 70s. That stays pretty consistent through our week next week. Our next rain chance could be on Wednesday, but a lot of models are not pretty consistent with the timing that and also the locations of it. So there's just a small chance for rain, but overall plenty of sunshine, great Mardi Gras weather as well. And I'm very excited to not be in my house with the heat at 70 degrees.
Absolutely. I just want to take this forecast and frame it and stick it on my wall. It's
I know,
perfect.
me too. It's been a long 3-week period.
Listen, we appreciate you joining us for Fox 10 Midday. Really quick, any plans for the big game this weekend?
I will be working, so I'll be watching it here with my coworkers and enjoying the commercials.
I'll bring you some buffalo chicken dip because we're making some for the game. So I'll swing some by. I got you. Don't worry. Really quickly before we go, we are both wearing red today. You'll probably see several of us wearing red on air today for Wear Red Day, benefiting the American Heart Association, raising awareness against cardiovascular disease. We'll talk about it later on throughout the shows today, but thank you for watching. We'll see you on Fox 10 Live.